Hi YouTubers, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone, and this of course is an archery whisker biscuit arrow rest. And the way this works of course is you have all these little bristles making a circle, and you can either put the arrow in through this opening or feed the arrow shaft in through this hole, and the black bristles are a little stiffer because they support the arrow. The brown bristles capture the arrow, so the arrow stays in position. And then, when the arrow goes through your rest, when you shoot your arrow, the vanes will pass through the rest in this manner, and they go through the whisker biscuit and then on to the target. And it works well with aluminum arrows or our carbon arrows. Works very well. But in the short time I've been shooting this whisker biscuit, already you see a lot of bristles being damaged, and sooner or later those bristles will start to become a problem with arrows passing through. Now certainly a lot of accurate shooting can be done with this rest, and it's great for hunting also. But there are some drawbacks. For instance, if you want to use thicker aluminum arrows, wasn't made for thicker arrows, and heavier vanes, you'd orient it like this, heavier vanes going through, longer vanes are harder on, look at that, harder on not only on the whisker biscuit but also on the vanes themselves. You see they're already getting pretty disoriented. So I wanted to get something nicer, and what the options are the various fall away rests that are available in the market today. Well, certainly there are many designs of fall away rest available to the archer today, and some are like using a fork arrangement and the arrow sits on the rest like this, and at full draw the arrow is supported. But then as soon as a shot is fired, a cord allows the rest to drop away. So it drops away like this, and then the arrow is on its way. And certainly the target shooters like that kind of fork rest. But disadvantage is when you're drawing the arrow back, it's not as stable, so that if you're in a blind or a tree stand or stalking, the arrow could, when you're drawing, could fall off the rest. That's not very good. So some kind of capture arrangement is incorporated in some of the designs. Some use a shallow V, and the arrow sits in the shallow V and they fall away. And there's various kinds of felt or padding to reduce the noise when the arrow is drawn. And then there's various ways to dampen the sound when the arrow rest falls away, this kind of thing. Well, here's one kind of rest that, if you haven't heard of, I'd like you to have a look at this one. This is the Shafer opposition fall away rest, marketed by the Shafer Archery Company, and it attaches to the bow to the same mount that the whisker biscuit used, and the rest itself is not in the way of the grip. Here's the cord that is tuned to stretch at full draw and holds the arrow, and as soon as a shot is fired, the rest separates and the arrow zips right on through. Give you a look at that. And it's tuned to be center shot. Very reliable rest. Now because the window is triangular, you would knock it so that the cock feather is at 6 o'clock instead of 12, like this. It's kind of fighting it. So we knock it this way now with this rest. Now if you're in a tree stand or if you're stalking game, you can simply lock your arrow into position like that, and you've got a captured arrow so that you can stalk or wait game out in a tree stand. And then when the bow goes to full draw, the lock pops off like that, and you're at full draw. And then when you fire your shot, there you go. Here it is holding one of our popular carbon arrows, and here it is holding one of our larger diameter arrows. And as for accuracy, this is not much of a poker hand unless you're going low. But notice that we have some pierces. This is edge on, trying to split playing cards. And here's a close one. Almost got through there. About that little bit more, that would have been a complete split. Didn't get it. So we're still trying, but with this rest we're getting more accuracy. At least I think so. We'll keep trying. Destroyed the knocks on these two arrows, had to get them re-knocked, and then that same night broke another knock on another arrow and almost got a Robin Hood there. These arrows are made to have a little cone on the end so that the point will break the knock but then slide off the cone and not Robin Hood. But that got close. That point just about tore through and then slipped off right there. Probably because this arrow wasn't straight into the target, it had a little bit of an angle, and because of that, that next point just tore through instead of going down the shaft. That was close to a Robin Hood there. So now I've got to get that knock fixed. So I don't have any complaints about that rest. It seems to be working pretty well. So YouTubers, that's the Shafer drop away arrow rest. It's an opposition rest, so it doesn't actually drop away from the arrow. It actually opens up like a gate opening up. Shafer archery. You might look into it. Give you another option for a fall away rest in case you haven't heard of Shafer. Bye for now.